Welcome back in, Hawks fans. It's your Atlanta Hawks wrap up. It's your boy Bryce Lewis back at it again to give you the latest after another game of Hawks basketball. And I mean, let's be honest. Tonight was not good. It was not going to any level, defensively, offensively, shooting, rebounding, anything. It just wasn't good tonight. Boston absolutely destroyed us tonight. Tatum Brown got whatever they wanted. They got multiple open shots. We just couldn't respond. We just didn't play well offensively. We just didn't do what we need to do. Shooting continues to hurt the Hawks. Only 7 of 32 tonight. That's only 22%. I mean, I said this at the beginning of the season on my article on Bryce2ksports.com that if the Hawks can't at least be a middle of the pack 3-point shooting team, then they can't compete at the highest level. You at least have to be in the middle of the pack and show that you can hit the three ball. Only hitting 5-6 threes a game in today's NBA is just not going to be good enough, because it just puts too much pressure on your defense to stop the other team from hitting threes. And then you got to hope that you can make it a 2-point fest and you can just hit your twos. And if you can't hit your twos and you can't hit your threes, you don't really got a lot of offensive success that night. Boston had 21 3-point shots on 46% shooting. That is unacceptable defensively for the Atlanta Hawks. The Hawks have been known to give up a lot of 3-point shots, and Boston was just hitting them tonight. And like I said, a lot of them were wide open, and it was just not a good perimeter defensive effort tonight. Boston as the team shot 55% from field goal range. It's just not anything good. They won the assist battle. They won the rebounding battle. They won, even though the Hawks had 14 offensive boards tonight, but clearly that didn't mean too much. They had 8 blocks. You know what I'm saying? They got fouled 20 times. I mean, the Hawks got to free throw more than them, and it's just one of those things where it's just tonight was just not a good performance. Talking about particular players, Trae Young tonight had 27, but I mean, realistically, it wasn't a dominating 27. He's still struggling with his shot. He has to get that figured out. He has to get that fixed. That's been a big issue for Trae, just efficiency. He's not making shots, and he's not having those games that really, can hurt the heart of a defense. It's like what Isaiah Thomas said about Kevin Durant. He could drop 30, but it ain't a dangerous 30. It's not a blow hurting 30. It's just 30. And I feel like that's what Trae's giving us right now. It's not that impact of 27. It's just 27. Murray, I mean, he had okay night tonight. He really, there wasn't too much there. Hunter, I mean, decent night tonight. Collins still is struggling with his shot. That was one thing at least John Collins could, say that he was able to do at a high level, was shoot the basketball. Right now, he's not shooting well at all from three, and that's hurting us because, we're trying to give him, chances to shoot, but if you're not knocking them down, that's empty possessions, and then, we're not being able to get stops to the other end. Clint Capella only played below 20 minutes tonight, and I mean, it makes sense against the team we played. Boston, everybody can hit the three. So, these are the type of matchups in the future that, Clint Capella may not be able to play a lot of minutes just because of matchups. So we had to see Onyeka Okongwu tonight and everything. So just because of the matchup, Al Horford stretching the three, it's not a paint dominant game, so to say, for Clint Capella. AJ Griffin had 21, 6 points tonight. He 3 of 9 from shooting, 0 of 4 from 3. Obviously, you want more from him, but at the same time, he's still learning. We saw what happened against Milwaukee a week ago. We want him to replicate that. That's not always going to be the case. That's just not always how it's going to be. And, that's just kind of how that goes. Obviously, Okongwu only gave us 2 points tonight. Only shot the ball 3 times. He played 21 minutes. You kind of want a little bit more from him. Aaron Holiday only 2 points, and Jalen Johnson gave us 7, but he went 3 from 11 from the field, 0 from 4 from 3. And I said this in a tweet. I said, I need Jalen Johnson to drive to the rim. You are too big and too athletic to be settling for jumpers. That is not your strength right now. You're not able to shoot well right now. Get into the paint, create, put pressure on the defense, make them break down, and then pass it out. Jalen Johnson has showed good passing ability. He needs to be, and I don't know if that's a Nick Millen thing. I don't know if it's a confidence thing with Jalen. He needs to do that and create opportunities for other teammates or create opportunities for himself. I remember a game where he had nobody open on a pass. He took the guy, posted him up, got underneath the basket, and got the basket. And that's what I need to see from him. I need more of that from him, because what he gave us tonight is like, if teams know you're going to be shooting like that, they're going to let you take it every time. And those are not good possessions for the Atlanta Hawks. They're not. Because I said the one thing about this team is there's been a shift. The Hawks went from a shooting team to a ball-handling defensive team. The issue with that is, obviously, before the Hawks sometimes could just get hot from 3, and then that's why they win a game. we really haven't had a game this year, you could say, where we got hot from three. You know, and it's good that we're 9-6, you know, with that, but you know, we haven't been able to get hot from three. And, you know, realistically, I mean, we play Boston, they can shoot the three. Golden State, they can shoot the three. Milwaukee, they can shoot the three. Sixers can shoot the three. Memphis can shoot the three. Clippers can shoot the three. At least they're going to be middle of the pack for the most part. At least that and up. We can't compete at the highest level against those guys if we can't hit the three ball. We have to. And there's, like I said, DeAndre needs to play better. Even though he had a good game last game, he has to play better. Collins has to start hitting threes. Trae has to start playing more efficient. Listen, Murray, I mean, he wasn't known as a three-point shooter coming into this season. So, I mean, for him to take as many threes as he's taken, I mean, he shot well early, but I mean, realistically, that's still not his game completely. You know, and AJ, like I said, right now, he's the only guy that you can kind of say can hit the three ball at a consistent rate, and he hasn't even played that well from three in the last few games. I think Bogdanovic is needed badly right now. I think Bogdanovic is very, very much needed to really help with those woes. Because I mean, he's the only guy that teams look at on the Hawks and say, when Bogdanovic comes into the game, we need to make sure someone is on top of him at all times. Because there's no other player on this team that makes you be like, ooh, we can't let them get hot from three. Trae, in general, is just, we don't want him to get hot as a scorer. Murray, we just don't want him to get hot as a scorer. Bogey is, we don't want him to get hot from three. I said this before the season that we traded away Kevin, we traded away Gallo. Those are two shooters. And all you really have left is Bogey. And people were in my comments talking about, oh, Hunter can shoot a three, Collins can shoot a three, Trae can shoot a three. We got sharpshooters. They're not, no, that's not the same. There's a difference. Like JJ Redick could hit a mid-range, could get to the rim, but he wasn't known as that. He was known as a three-point assassin because he could hit the three ball. That's what he was known as. That's what people were trying to. They were like, we'd rather him take twos than three. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. Bogdanovic is the one guy who can get hot. Just three. And so if you're Travis Slank, you have to make a decision at the trade deadline, even though that's a couple of months away. If this continues and the shooting does not improve where it needs to, especially if AJ Griffin does take Justin Holiday's spot in the lineup, do you consider maybe trying to move Justin Holiday in a pick for another shooter? Do you consider bringing in another shooter? Because that may be what you have to do, is bring in another shooter, because you cannot have these type of shooting issues and say we're just going to have to ride the ship. Because at the end of the day, that shooting could be what hurts us. You see it all the times around the NBA deadline with certain teams with shooting. You see it all the time. You know, they have good teams. They can win games, but they're like, you just need one more shooter. You just need one more guy who can hit that shot. One more, because what's the point of having playmakers like Trae and Murray if we ain't got people they can pass it to and reliably hit shots on the perimeter? What's the point? There is no point. So I think you really have to take all these things into consideration, and it just showed ourselves tonight, man. We got blew out by 20 plus points by the Boston Celtics. And this is a team that we have to go through to be able to even compete at the highest level of the NBA Finals. And right now tonight, it shows that we are not there. We are playing very inconsistent. We have a good game, bad game, good game, bad game. We got to do better. We got to be better. Simple as that. Simple as that. We got to be better. Because what we're doing right now is not working. And if we really want to reach the success that we hope we can reach, we got to make some changes in that regard. Guys have to shoot better. Guys just have to play better. Obviously, I'm not going to go crazy and think this team is no good. We are only game for the Hawks, game 15 into the season. I mean, listen, Boston was Garbo for about 30 games last year, 40 games last year, and made it to the NBA Finals. So I'm not saying this team can't change anything or turn it around or not play better.
Trae Young, another frustrating shooting night.
Like, oh, this is the team.
And the Hawks
out of the first round.
Leave the stage after they say their goodbyes to the
team understands
Boston Celtics.
You expect to see those improvements
they exit
as the season continues.
Boston.
So the big thing for us really is
126 to 101 win. Or the Celtics,
you know, just
look like they got all the components to make a long run.
Right, even when the stars have a tough shooting night, they're able to get guys to come off the bench and step up and fill that void. And so in this case, it was Pritchett and Hauser, and also who was the big guy? Grant Williams. But you know, you had another guy come off the bench for them, who was big for them, as Cornette.
Cornette played a great game.
Played a great game off the bench.
They're coming to a Saturday game, so we got some time to really, absorb this and, try to make some changes and make adjustments. So, like I said, not a great game tonight for the Hawks, but we just got to continue to bounce back, man. Got to continue to play our brand of basketball. Hawks lose tonight 126-101 to the Boston Celtics. All credit to them. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum played well. Listen, they bullied our guys and they made shots. And I mean, that's just how that goes. So, we just got to play better and get ready for Toronto on Saturday night. So this was your Atlanta Hawks wrap up. It's your boy Bryce Lewis signing out.